Replacing the antenna in your scoreboard or keyboard controller is a simple procedure. There are two antennas in a wireless system. One is located in the keyboard controller called the transmitter, and one is located in the scoreboard called the receiver. Both the transmitter and receiver look alike, and their antennas are replaced in a similar manner. A technician will instruct you as to which device to replace. Let's begin by replacing the transmitter antenna in the keyboard. First, remove the transmitter from the controller by removing the DIN connector. Gently pry the two halves of the black wireless case apart. Inside, you will see the antenna wire running to the Artiflex antenna chip. Remove the end of the antenna wire connected to this chip. Next, slide the wire around the underside of the chip to free it from the chip. Pull the plastic antenna and the antenna wire out through the rubber grommet on the case. Install the replacement antenna in the reverse order. Feed the antenna wire and antenna into the rubber grommet on the transmitter cover. Push the antenna into the grommet until it locks into place. Route the antenna wire back under the Artiflex chip. Now gently press the antenna wire end onto the antenna connector on the chip. This wire will connect to the chip like a round snap on a jacket. When the wire is correctly connected to the chip, it will rotate but be locked in place. Close the case on the transmitter. Reattach the DIN connector on the end of the transmitter cable. Now test your controller and scoreboard to ensure it is functioning correctly. Replacing the receiver in the scoreboard will require you to remove the nearest digit to the antenna on the scoreboard. Remove all the screws holding the digit to the face of the scoreboard. Draw a diagram and label all cables and their connections on the digit. Now remove all these cables and let them hang outside of the case of the cabinet. Reach inside the cabinet and detach the receiver from the Velcro holding the receiver case to the inside of the scoreboard. Remove the Db9 connector from the end of the receiver case. Allow this cable to hang outside of the cabinet, being careful not to let it fall back into the cabinet. Gently pry the receiver case open to reveal the Artiflex chip. The antenna wire is connected to the antenna connector on this chip. Disconnect the antenna wire from the chip. Remove the old antenna and antenna wire through the grommet on the exterior of the scoreboard. Feed the new antenna wire and antenna through the grommet on the face of the scoreboard. Carefully push the new antenna into the grommet to seat it. Route the new antenna wire under the Artiflex chip and press the end of the antenna wire onto the chip. Close the outer cover of the receiver and then secure the receiver to the scoreboard by pressing the receiver back onto the Velcro inside the cabinet. Turn on the scoreboard and keyboard to make sure everything is operating correctly. Replace the digit and all cables back onto the face of the scoreboard when the keyboard is correctly communicating with the scoreboard.